Hey guys, welcome to the next episode of the Refuse to Lose podcast. My guest today is Parramatta Eels superstar Dylan Brown. Now Dylan is truly one of the most unique characters we've had on the podcast. He's just 20 years old, but as you'll soon realise, like I did, he has the maturity and temperament of someone much older and much wiser. Dylan has a confidence and swagger to do things his way. He packed up his bags in a matter of weeks and moved to Australia at the age of 15 from New Zealand to come and play for the Parramatta Eels, despite the fact that he'd never really watched Rugby League as a kid. He has a crazy work ethic and a resilient mindset, whether it's in his physical training at the Eels, where he once put himself in hospital trying to win a time trial at training, or whether it's when he decided to learn to sew just so he could start his own clothing brand that honours his New Zealand heritage. Dylan is also extremely aware of the world around him, especially for someone as young as he is, and does plenty of work with children who are far less fortunate than him to give back for all that he's been blessed with in life. This chat has a bit of everything, including his embarrassing encounters with footy legends to how game day nerves cause him a lot of stomach issues, and I suggest not listening to that part while you're eating breakfast. But anyway, we also talk big money contracts, we talk playing for the All Blacks and plenty more, so I really hope you enjoy my chat with Dylan Brown. Dylan Brown, welcome to the Refuse to Lose podcast, man.
Thanks for having me, brother.
Thanks for coming all this way to talk to me. I really appreciate it, especially because you're, it's off season. You're outside of the bubble.
Yeah.
How's it been?
No, it's all pretty enjoyable. Obviously, going out of the season, not at the time we wanted to, but that one positive will probably be the bubble and the break of it. So we're all out doing our own thing, trying to, just enjoy the time off while we can.
Mate, you're 20 years old, right?
Yeah.
Like how was a year living basically inside?
Yeah. Just the fact that, because I'm 20 and all the boys, quite a few of the boys 21st, actually. They're probably the most popular part of, my age. And, missing out on a few of those birthdays this year was a bit stink. But, we still had our jobs and stuff, whereas other boys and other people didn't. So, there's positives out of it.
Yeah, I guess that's the main takeaway, isn't it? Is that what you reminded yourself all years? At least we're playing,
Yeah, 100%. Like, we're still getting to play and hang out with each other at training. Like, we enjoy each other's company as well at Para. Like, we all like each other. So, going into work during COVID was actually fun. So,
what did you do throughout the year to pass the time? What's your kind of?
Well, actually, I ended up. When was it? I think it was March. It was probably the first month of COVID. I was like, might start a clothing brand. So I don't know if you've seen that yet.
Yeah.
We're the North.
Yeah.
Which is just, I don't know if you want me to say anything about it.
No, go for it. Yeah, do it.
So it's just, so I'm from the North back home, Whangarei, which is up north in New Zealand. And I just wanted to make clothes that sort of, and anyone could wear. You don't have to be there to wear them, but it's just sort of a way to, share where I come from in a way, just through clothes. So.
Okay. I want to get to the clothing brand a little bit later because I've got a few questions about it. I spoke to a guy that we both know, Dean Feeney, is a long-time friend of mine, a guy that he's an assistant coach at Parramatta and a guy that you've had a fair bit to do with. And I just said, tell me about Dill. We're going to interview him tomorrow. And he goes, flat out, he's a weirdo. Flat out, he's a weirdo.
Trust him to say that.
Yeah. So that's all I've got coming in. He's a weirdo.
But he's not wrong, if I'm honest. I'm a bit strange on the odd occasion. I know how to behave and act normal, but when I'm comfortable, I do some weird stuff.
Well, we'll try and get some out of it. And I thought, in the spirit of you being a weirdo, I start with some random questions, just totally random.
Yeah.
Bro, if you could choose any career in the world, you're not a pro athlete, no pro athletes.
I was going to say golf.
What would you be?
You'd be you know what I've actually been keen on? Skydiving, not instructor. Is it an instructor?
Yeah,
is that what you call it?
You jump out of plane.
Because I've done a skydive once, and I was just like, fuck, imagine this all day, every day. They hang out together, go in the morning, and just jump out planes and shit. I mean, that'd be mad, I reckon.
You don't think it's tempting fate a little too much? Like, you jump.
Right. Like Kevin, I don't know if you've seen Kevin Hart. He's like, something about like, why would you help death?
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty stupid, but.
That's the thing. Like, you jump. These guys, like, I did it once too, and the dude who was with me, on the way up, he fell asleep. Like, he's attached to me, and as the plane's going up, like the dude I was jumping.
The instructor.
With, yeah. As we're jumping, I look back, and before we got, he's asleep in the plane. And
Taking the piss or?
no, he's dead set. Just it was the end of the day, and he was
Oh,
tired.
end of the day,
Yeah, it was the end of the day. He's tired. I'm like, "You right, man?" And he's like, "Yeah, man. I've done this 10,000 times." So
Doesn't make it really any, doesn't ease your mind much more when bro's falling asleep.
no, exactly. All right, that's an interesting one. All right. Well, what about if you could be one animal in the world? What would you be?
An animal? Like if you look at how humans treat animals, you probably want to be a dog. Otherwise, what else would you be? I don't know. You'd be a lion.
Lion?
King, yeah. Wouldn't mind being the king or something. King of the jungle, yeah.
Just chill. And they don't do much, male lions. You know that they make the women hunt.
Yeah, I've actually seen that. I think it was like some David Attenborough shit. Yeah, it's fun.
All right, lion. All right, what about if you could, would you rather be able to see through walls, hear thoughts, or know the exact age you'll be when you die?
Oh, no, not the last one.
Not the last one?
No
Some
way.
people might like, they might
I
like
hate
to know.
that. No, because you just be on your play on your mind. What was the other two?
See through walls and hear people's thoughts.
No, you'd hear people's thoughts. Yeah. I'd hear people's thoughts, yeah. Or it's just something you always think about, like what people think of you. Well, not, to an extent.
I think you'd want the ability to turn it off, but wouldn't you?
Would it be like constant?
Yeah. Oh, no, you can turn it off. You can turn
Okay, yeah. No, 100%. That.
Otherwise, man, you don't want to...
that'll be non-stop, yeah.
What about, would you rather be in a pit of snakes for an hour?
I hate
snakes. Or get in the ring with prime Mike Tyson and have to try and survive 3 rounds.
How long?
3 rounds.
You'd go, far out, bro. Where'd you get this question from, mate?
I don't know, just sitting here last night thinking about
I'd have to take on Mike. Because you might survive in comparison to the pit of snakes. What kind of snakes are they?
No, okay, they're not venomous. It's just they're...
Oh, you just have to sit. You
just got to sit there.
Nah, I'll go snakes then.
You're going to go snake?
Well, look at Mike. He's still now. How old is he? 50? And he's still whipping.
Yeah, he's fighting in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's he fighting?
Roy Jones Jr.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. They're having some, I don't know,
good.
comeback.
I don't know much about boxing, but it looks good.
Hey, mate, he does, eh? He's 50. All right, final question. If you walk out of this interview now, you find a lotto ticket on the ground, $50 million.
Yeah.
First 3 things you're buying.
I'm buying.
Yeah, what's the first 3 things you buy when you got $50 million in the bank now?
Is this the smart approach or is this just the...
No, let's go extravagant. It's
Yeah,
like you've taken care of the family,
Yeah.
the house, all that stuff. What's the crazy things?
Oh, I'll probably buy a private jet.
Private jet.
Well, with everything going on.
Yeah.
Wait, can you still, if you were to get your own private jet, would you be able to make up a few rules? Not really, eh?
Nah, you still got to...
You still got to roll with
Yeah.
what's going on. Oh.
Still, private jet's not bad.
Yeah, probably one of those. One of those Lamborghini SUVs. Apparently they're the fastest SUVs in the world or something.
Lamborghini make SUVs now, do they?
Apparently, yeah. It looks sick.
Yeah.
And 3, probably buy Parramatta. Nah. Buy the club. Start running the show.
Yeah, okay.
Nah, it'll be more than... How much would Parramatta cost?
Oh.
How much would a club cost?
No, not...
How much did I win? 50 mil?
You've won 50 mil. Yeah, you could easily buy Parramatta. Yeah.
Easy?
Yeah, easy.
Stank. Who would be the most richest club?
Broncos,
yeah. Just because they got that whole region?
Yeah, they're massive. They're publicly traded companies, so they're owned by shareholders and everything. They're worth a lot. But
50 mil a lot or no?
Yeah, about that, I reckon. Yeah. But you got American teams that are worth $1 billion.
One player's worth that.
Yeah, exactly. So. All right. Interesting answers. I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I thought, man, we'd just start by giving people a bit of background into you and stuff and where you come from. So you mentioned before, but you're from New Zealand. You grew up, I tell you what, probably 15
Exactly.
in NZ. Tell me about growing up back home.
So I was born in Auckland. Everyone thinks I'm from Auckland because some of them get it right, but they don't. So I'm actually from Whangarei. I was born in Auckland. I left when I was 6 months. So yeah, born and raised in Whangarei. Quite a low profile place, I guess you could say. There's quite a lot of people. I think it's 80,000. So it's actually still quite a lot. Much slower. Well, in comparison to Australia, much slower, much chill. Went to primary, intermediate, high school. But yeah, no, everything up there is real kickback, bro, and everyone's so lovely and stuff. So
you grew up obviously playing rugby union.
Oh, everything. Sort of just try every sport because I actually lived half an hour out of town. So for example, I don't know, living in Para, but the main part's Sydney. And my mum would work like 2-3 hours later than when school finished. So we would just find anything we could do to do after school while we're waiting for mum. So it's either you go straight to mum's work and wait for 2 hours to go home, or you go in training or sports or hang out with your friends. So sports was sort of our thing to go to.
Yeah, okay. So like what are we talking? So there's rugby.
Touch, athletics, cricket. I think I tried soccer, but I was rubbish. Oh, fun fact, like with union, when I was 5, because that's the first age you're allowed to start playing tackle. Oh, I can't remember if it was tackle, but apparently I went on the field, and as soon as they blew the whistle, I started running off crying. So yeah. Scared. Yeah, I must have been. I don't know why. So it was pretty embarrassing. And then I didn't start for another year after that. So I don't think I started till I was 6.
Okay.
Because the first year I ran off crying.
And got over that fear of tackling.
Yeah, and I don't know what was going through my head then. Little pussy.
So when, like, I guess, but you wouldn't have had any concept of league, right?
Nah. League started coming in when intermediate. We have intermediate school in New Zealand, which is year 7 and 8.
Yeah, okay.
So just those 2 years in between primary and high school. Yeah. And you just look for a day off school here and there. So I'd play league with the league boys, and then just games at school and playing. Like I was saying, you'd play any sport you could. Sort of just dragged me over to their club with the boys, and then just kept going from there. And sort of played both rugby Saturday, league Sunday.
Yeah, okay.
So it was nice. Yeah.
And did you have a preference or
At the time, no, not really. I always knew like Sunday was going to be way rougher than the Saturday. Yeah. League is always so much, especially at that young age, like because the big boys would win. Yeah. So the biggest team, you'd always get nervous, which was for league. So like the bigger boys back home played league.
And there's some big boys in New Zealand.
Bro. Obviously, like the island, even the Māori boys, like they're massive. Like you wouldn't see many of the just the Kiwis playing league. It would be more the Islanders and the Māori boys.
Yeah, I grew up. I was telling you before on the Gold Coast, and there's heaps of Māori boys on the Gold Coast. So,
everyone relocates there.
Like Kibra Park's there.
Yeah.
So, and I went to Palm Beach Currumbin, and we played against Kibra Park a lot. Yeah, so no, I know what you mean. Playing.
How were they when you were there?
Oh, they were always good. Yeah, they were always our main opposition. Yeah. They had made like seriously. Some of these guys were like.
I used to watch. In New Zealand, I used to watch the highlights, schoolboy footy, and we'd just be like, how? Like, this isn't schoolboy footy, surely not. Like, Payne Haas and that,
Yeah.
When they were playing, it's a joke.
Exactly, yeah, and there were guys that big, 120 kilos at 15 years old.
School, like David Feeder's ones, what the heck?
Yeah, exactly. Unreal. That's man. I don't know how I survived, but anyway. So, how did you end up? Tell me how you ended up at Parramatta.
Same thing, league. I was playing both Saturday, Sunday, and then obviously you get to rep season, you got to pick one. You can't play both. They sort of clash. We actually trained 1 year. So we train in the same spot. So it's Northland. The rep team's Northland, and it's probably like 4 hours from the top to the bottom. So they'd meet halfway, like all the players would come to the middle and train. And the rugby union rep team and the rugby league rep team actually train on the same field. Yeah. But like 2 different fields, but
Yeah.
And 2014, I was playing union, and then 2015, I was playing league. So like I'd see the boys that I sort of dogged them in a way. Like I left the union boys for the league boys, and it was mad too. Like sometimes at training, we'd be there at the same time, and we'd do we'd do a haka like against each other.
Oh, right.
The leagueies to the union boys.
Yeah,
it was pretty sick.
That's unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, but you kind of turncoated and gone to the other.
So I done that, and then from there, we just went to nationals. That was, I think, it was my first year for the national team. I went to Rotorua, and just Daniel Anderson was there, Anthony Field, Craig Wilson. They were all there and just said like, we like your skills, come over for a trial. And so, just rolled with that. Okay,
yeah, because Dino was telling me, that Daniel Anderson went over there looking at someone else. I think is playing in the NRL now. I can't remember who it was.
Oh, that's my best mate Paul from back home.
Yeah. Okay, and then he came back and he said, I found this kid.
Yeah.
And next, they hit you up, and then what? You're in Sydney.
Oh, within a week and a half.
Really?
Yeah. So, because the Nationals are at the end of the year, and that's when the Parachilds were. So I came over for a trial. Yeah, and then I came back, and then within a week of then, I relocated like permanently. So it was like within the whole thing, I think it was like 3 weeks transformation, like from the first trial. But yeah,
Just like that.
yeah. And the funny thing was actually like Pod Craig Wilson, he actually told me when I came over, when he picked me up, he goes, we actually didn't come over for you. And I was like, he goes, we actually wanted your mate, but we got you instead. And like that was the first time I met him. I was like, oh, fuck, is this guy like, I don't know how, have you met him before?
No, I don't think I have, no.
Nah, yeah. So he's real fun up, but yeah, I spent a lot of time with him as well.
Yeah, okay.
2 years, but
and he just
very brutally honest.
Yeah, we didn't want you, but all right, we got you.
Yeah, we got you now. What do you got?
So, like, you just move like that. I mean, that at that age, like.
Oh yeah, it was odd. It was very odd.
Yeah, like it didn't bother you. Like, do you ever like I don't know, get homesick or just like you just?
Nah, bro. It's sort of like obviously. I remember crying one night, but it wasn't like it was just the fact that it was because when I first came over, holy shit, bro! Come from New Zealand's not freezing like everyone thinks it is, but Australia is ridiculously hot, like in the summer. So my first training session, we just got absolutely smashed, and it was like 42 degrees. I was only 15. I got home. I don't know if Dino told you, but my room, when you walk in, there's stairs that go up and then go down, and at the bottom of the stairs there's a room. Not even a room. It's just a wall. Like there was 2 walls each side, and the bed in the middle. And I slept in there. So every time someone opened the door, like they'd see down. So I didn't have a bedroom. There was no privacy.
You're just sleeping on like a mattress in front of the door, basically.
Like down the stairs. Yeah. Not that bad. That sounds pretty bad. But that was only for a week. I'm making Dino sound bad now. Nah, but yeah, I was in there for a week. It was a bit odd, but.
I find that amazing. You just picked up and just like it. And Dino said something like he spoke to you once, and you said, "Look, my old man did that when we were kids. Like he would work in the mines and stuff.
Yeah.
And he was just you go away and you work and that's what you got to do. Is that like a mindset you always had?
Yeah, sort of. Like I did have some doubt in my mind. Obviously, being 15, I didn't want to leave my friends, my family, and stuff. But yeah, it was sort of. Well, my dad was he works. My dad works away. He does just like this industrial cleaning and stuff. But he had already left to Western Australia. So yeah, sort of the same thing. I just got to get up and go and just have a crack. Because my mum even said to me, we all knew if I didn't take the opportunity, wouldn't be here right now, sort of thing.
Yeah. I love how you complain about the heat in Australia, but as you're sitting here
oh, yeah,
in a hoodie.
Jumper.
It's summer. It's probably about 25, 30 degrees outside. But anyway, so like you were living in this house, you were living with Dino, but you were living like guys like, were you with Reed Marnie and stuff like that, guys like the Parramatta House guys that came through?
Reed came the next year, maybe the same year. There's 2 other Kiwi boys. Oh, there was the first like 2 months in there, they were all Australian boys. So I was like the odd one out, and I was so much younger. I was 15. The majority of them were like 18 to 20. But yeah, and slowly some other boys started feeding in. Reed Marnie, likes of him. Steve Dresler, I don't know if you know him, the one that I do the waterability stuff with. But yeah, there's a good bunch of boys in there.
Yeah, okay.
Do you know Travis Turnbull?
No.
Oh, okay. It's an Aboriginal boy.
Okay.
He's unreal. He was unreal, but just
just
eased off.
Through. Yeah, okay. Well, apparently you didn't lose a game. Like when you came over, you Parramatta, and you.
Oh yeah.
From 15 to 2017, didn't lose a game.
Yeah, but I didn't even realise. So Harold Mats, we were undefeated. Yeah, we won, and then SG Ball. We weren't undefeated. We lost 1 game, but I didn't play that game.
Okay, yeah.
And then we won that. The morning of the grand final in SG Ball, I think it was the morning then, Anthony Field actually came up and told me that fact. Like, I didn't even know. He's like, mate, you haven't lost a game since you came here. And I was like, oh, pressure's on. Like, it was a grand final. But yeah, then we won that. And then, I didn't lose my first loss was the 20s grand final.
First loss.
Yeah.
Okay, that's tough to lose the grand final.
Yeah, against Manly.
Yeah.
That was actually shit, but
I remember that. Was that 20? What year was that?
I think it was 2018.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah. Wow. So that's your first, after 2 years.
Yeah.
So you're used to winning. That's
yeah. Oh no, that was 2017. That was 2017. Yeah. Okay.
So you're used to winning, but
yeah. Well, I wasn't over here.
Yeah.
But Well, I was used to losing actually, coming from where I came from.
Oh, you look.
At the Nationals, like where I got picked up from, we ended up coming like I think 5th, and that was like good for us.
So, but Parramatta obviously had a pretty dominant juniors when you got.
Yeah.
got here.
Bro.
Yeah.
Like, because to be honest, when you're in New Zealand, like Parramatta's like the last team anyone goes for. Like, I didn't really know anyone that liked Para because I didn't know much about league.
Yeah.
The only teams I knew was like the Rabbitohs and the Roosters and Melbourne, just because they had all their marquee players, you know, like Cam Smith, GI when he was playing. So, and because Tuivasa-Sheck as well.
Yeah, okay. Well,
back when he was playing for the Roosters.
It's funny you bring that up because is it true that you once said to Sterlo, "Oh, did you play?"
Oh, no, it wasn't Sterlo. No, it wasn't Sterlo. Who? Oh. I said, it's one of the like legends, because I swear I'm rubbish. As I was saying, I don't really know league.
Yeah.
Brett Kenny.
Oh, Brett Kenny. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah. No, I didn't say that. So what happened, we're at this sponsors table. Oh, no, your sponsor night.
Yeah.
And like ex-players and stuff. Oh, and I was sitting there at the table, right? And they're all coming around doing handshakes. And like I didn't really know much about the Para history or anything. And so he comes over and everyone's like, you know, shaking everyone's hand, but there was a group of them. And then he came over and I was asking everyone their names. And I go to Brett. I'm like, sorry, mate, what was your name again? And he just like looked at me, paused, and just like, Brett, mate. And then like kept going. And I was like, oh no. As soon as I heard him say Brett, I was like, oh, it's Brett Kenny.
Yeah.
And Mitchell was right next to me too, so he hasn't stopped giving it to me. And he tells everyone as well. Oh, it was so embarrassing, but
Mate, you can't help it.
I was like, well, I'm sorry, mate.
You grew up in New Zealand, mate. That's all right. So now, when you've like, I guess, had a bit of a rugby league education, like who are some of the guys you didn't know about that you might have seen play or seen their highlights and just gone, wow.
Even like Joey. Andrew Johns, like, I didn't really know about him. As I was saying before, like, the boys I knew was, like, Tuivasa-Sheck and GI, like, that sort of era. Yeah. So, like, not much older than me now, which is pretty cool because I get to play, like, Tuivasa-Sheck. But, yeah, like, you know, Andrew Johns obviously started coming and helping us, and I didn't even know that much about him. So, yeah, when I go back and watch his highlights, I'm like, oh, my gosh, this guy's a freak. No wonder why he's here.
Yeah. And you're what? You're born in the year 2000, aren't you?
Yeah.
Jesus. Like that.
No, and that's why I'm like, surely, like, cut me some slack. Everyone's saying, like, you should know this guy, you should know this guy. I was just like, it wasn't my time.
Mate, yeah, Joey retired before you'd probably even have memories, mate.
Yeah.
You'd be like 6 years old, 5 years old. Yeah, okay, that can be forgiven, but that makes me feel old. I'm born in 93.
Oh,
mate,
no.
Well, at least I remember the Sydney Olympics. You know? Far out. So Dino was telling me that you so when you've been here, like you've been you're playing footy and stuff, but you've had some kind of weird kind of like career choice or things you want to do. You saying at one point you were going to be like you were a locksmith or a locksmith?
So like when all the boys have to study, and when you're in the 20s, you got to study or do whatever. And so I started going to Hill Sports, and I was there for 2 years. So I done year 10, year 11, and then I didn't return for year 12. But you have to have a job or you have to go to school or something to play 20s. So I was like to Dino, I don't want to work outside like in the heat, like in Australia. You know, it's too hot.
He says as he takes his hoodie off. Yeah.
Now it's getting hot. And then, he's like, oh, well, I know these guys. They come and do the keys and stuff at training and whatnot, and they're a good bunch of guys. So I'll give them a ring. So he rings them up, and it's a locksmith company. So I started going to TAFE for locksmithing 1 day a week, and then I'd work on a Friday at the company, and I'd train 2 days a week, like with the NRL. Yeah. So, yeah, that was an pretty interesting start to my working career.
Yeah, okay.
My first and last, hopefully.
Yeah. So then you didn't pursue the locksmithing. So,
to be honest, I had the best crew there. They were all like 20. And they were all just laughing the whole time. Like it wasn't much of a job, but yeah, good bunch of boys there.
And then you you done a business course or something? Or?
Oh yeah, and then the same thing. The next year, I started just doing this little business course, and then I started training a bit more with NRL, and I ended up signing that year anyways at the end of the year. So I got pretty lucky because like I had no clue what I was doing. I was doing a locksmith course, and I wasn't even enjoying it that much. So luckily that I ended up getting signed the end of that year.
Yeah, okay. That worked out.
Yeah.
And so that now leads me to the business side is that you talked about your clothing company before. But the interesting thing is you actually learnt to sew yourself?
Oh, that's same thing. Everything I'm trying to start, like, it's just knocked down. So I went to, because this was the start of COVID when I'd done it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do like an actual design and textiles course, because then you got to meet requirements and it just makes things a bit harder and stressful, like, being in the NRL. So I just reached out to Dino and he said he knew, our careers advisor. And she said, I know a lady that does this like one-on-one sewing stuff. Like, you can learn how to sew. It sounds dumb when you say, like, learn how to sew. It's not like, the needles and stuff. So I just said, I want to learn how to make clothes. And she said she'd help me. But then 4 weeks into it, they're like, nah, you're not allowed to go in. Because you know how uni went online?
Yeah.
Same with that, but with learning how to sew, it's all practical.
Gotta be there, yeah.
You can't really just explain over FaceTime, so I had to stop that, yeah.
Okay, so it's not every day, I reckon, a 20-year-old kid walks in and goes, I want to learn how to sew. A 20-year-old bloke.
I hate the way they say it, like, sew. But I'll take it on the chin, yeah. I say that to the boys and they all gave me shit, but then
I was going to say,
now they're wearing my shirts, so.
I was going to say they'd give it to you for that, surely.
Yeah, 100%. Especially because Dino read it up on the board next to my name, like, sewing course. Oh, thanks, mate.
That's a stitch up.
Yeah, actual stitch up.
Yeah, okay. So, but the clothes, like, tell me, like, about them. Like, what do you...
Well, I had to come up with the name first, obviously, and We the North. And I think the fact that it's called that, like, sort of makes me stay in it a bit more and, like, drives me to do more things with it. And it's just cool, like, seeing someone with a piece of clothing that you made is, like, the best feeling. And especially... So where I'm from, Whangarei, it's a place where you either stay or you go. Like, there's no back and forth. Like, you stay there and you have a job, I don't know, apprentice or whatever, or you leave. So there's so many people from the north that are away everywhere. So, like, Perth, here, Brisbane, wherever, down south of New Zealand. So it's sort of a good way for them to rep the north as well. But in a stylish way, is not just, you don't want to be wearing your club polo around to rep where you come from. So, like, putting it on some, like, stylish clothing is what I'm trying to do. So,
that's a good idea, actually. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'll have to get one out of you one day.
Yeah, have a look.
Get a Woody. Mate. But you seem like a bit of a kind of creative guy. Like, I looked at your Instagram last night and it looked like you build a pot plant shoe.
Yeah. One of my mates sent me a photo. I'll show you later. A photo of, like, there was Jordans with this, like, eucalyptus plant coming out of it, and I was like, I got so much shoes that I don't even use. So I just those ones you seen the ones on my Instagram.
Yeah.
They were just a white pair of Air Forces with, like, blue on them. I didn't really like them, so I just spray painted it black. Got some soil. I purposely, like, asked at Bunnings. I actually went with my mum. I purposely asked at Bunnings, like, what plant can I put inside? You don't have to water all the time, because, like, it's going to be in my shoe and shit. Yeah. So I was like, because I just moved out as well. Yeah. So I was pretty bored yesterday, and yeah, that's what I got up to.
Okay. It's a good way to pass time.
Yeah.
So what, you're just moving out now, are you?
Yeah. I just moved into an apartment, on the weekend. So now I've got to cook my own dinner, do my own washing.
Cutting the umbilical cord a little bit.
No, bro. Yeah. I know. No, I'm actually all right. Well, I left when I was 15 and then parents ended up coming look after me again. So it's been good. Yeah. Time to grow up.
Time to grow up. Well, something you mentioned before, and speaking of clothing, you're wearing a Whatability hat there. Tell me about Whatability and some of the stuff you've done with them.
So Whatability is a service to help any kid with any ability. Like, it started off, Steve Dressler, ex-football player, career ended pretty young because, too many knee surgeries and just didn't work out for him. And him along with lots of other para boys started working with Giant Steps, which is a school where kids with autism go and hang out, go to school there. So Steve decided to take on his own little path and do, like, a holiday service, or even not holidays, just whenever parents need, help us out. Get athletes to help out with kids. So he's done pretty well with that. But yeah, so he obviously, him being my best mate, and we all stayed in the powerhouse together. Me, him, Reed. We were one of the first to go and, like, help him out with that, along with all the other para 20s boys. So yeah, we'll just whenever we can, go out and hang out with the autistic kids, or not just autistic, any ability. But yeah, just try to keep some fun into their lives rather than just school during the week. That's what it is. It's on holidays and weekends. So yeah, things like just go to the beach, man. Kids, they love it, eh? It's crazy. They'll legit go out and swim for an hour straight, just float there, just with a massive smile on their face. It's pretty unreal.
Yeah, and what I guess perspective did that give you in life? Like to think about, I don't know, I guess how lucky you are to be born with everything you have.
Yeah. Oh, one of my mates he actually got, his name's Joseph Taipati. They actually asked him that question, and he's like, life's what you make of it. So that's basically something I've like, well, once he said that, I was like, that's so true. He's like watching my mates change as well. Once they start working with these kids, it's pretty unreal. Like, you know, they sacrifice their weekends to, you know, hang out with these kids. So me just going in once a month or whatever, you know, it's nothing compared to what they do. So it's really cool.
Well, when you say that their life changes, like, what do you think?
Oh, I think the way they live, just the boys live, you know, looking after these kids all day, you know, they can't, like something as simple as going to the beach, you take advantage of. But you see, like hanging out with these kids, they just love every moment of it. So, yeah, I don't know, it just makes you look at life a bit differently.
Yeah, and I guess the crap thing about the bubble this year as well is like, that's obviously something you couldn't do this year.
Yeah, couldn't do that. So I think I've worked 3 weekends since. But yeah, it's crazy. It's not even work, man. It's just go down, hang out, like do whatever with them, go have some fun. So it's pretty cool. Yeah,
and they love you, do they? Do they know what you guys do? Or
there's one, like there's some, because everyone has their own different abilities and like levels to it. But most autistic kids, like they can't actually speak or anything, and I don't think they have too much of a clue. But you do start to make little bonds there. But yeah, it's pretty hard for them, so you don't expect much.
Yeah, and I guess I can imagine the feeling. And people say that it's you know, it's so much about once you start giving back to people, like it just changes your perceptive. But
it gets addictive as well.
It's not something people pick up as young as you, like to get involved in that. Like, where did that kind of maturity come from to think about that?
I think the sort of like when you hear my story, it's like I've sort of had to grow up pretty quick anyways. I had to come when I was 15. But yeah, like every year just new things happen. And like, for example, I signed with the NRL team 2018. And the last thing I thought I was going to be playing that that preseason, that was when Corey left. And I think that was probably where I was like, shit, I need to, get ready. Like I'm not just here to train anymore. Like these 3 years that I've been here training is actually going to things going to happen very soon. So that was probably another step where I had to go up a level and like act a bit more, mature. So,
do you feel older than you are?
Yeah. It's weird. Yeah, 100%. Everyone say, some say I'm younger than I am. But
certain parts of your life feel older.
Parts of my life, I'm actually the opposite. Probably very immature. But when it's time to switch on, like I feel a bit, much older than 20.
Oh, yeah, you touched on it before, but like just starting your career at Parramatta, you like kind of burst on the scene. You're only 18 years old. Tell me what it was like to be playing first grade football at that young age.
Oh yeah, unreal. Like it's weird. Like I was saying, you don't really realize what you're doing. Like you go to the next team and you're just doing your job, and you go to the next team, you do your job, and then obviously the next team for me was the NRL team, and it happened so quick. But when you're in the system, you don't really think about it too much. You're just doing your thing. So yeah, it came pretty quick. I'm grateful for it, but yeah, it's still heaps of work to go.
What do you think was the kind of key for you to succeed at that young age? Like, at 18, sometimes the NRL can just eat kids up and spit them out.
That's just training hard. Like, it's weird. Like, obviously you can't just be like unreal trainer. You got to have some talent, but being able to train something is something that Brad Arthur especially is real hard on. So I think that was one of the things that did help me get through, is just being able to, I don't know, just stay in it. Yeah. Like they say, just stay in it. Just work your ass off, really.
They tell me that you're tough. You probably cop it. You've got the flashy still, but they say that you they said, like Dino was telling me, when you first came, they brought you down, like you had like a pose session, you're like 16, you got flogged by a couple of boys like playing fullback or something. And like he said, you just sprung back up, like, and he's like, this kid's tough, like he's got it.
Yeah, I don't think it must just be, I don't know. Like, if you look at the boys from Northland, like, it's sort of like a common thing. Like, you just got to take the hits where you can. Like, look at Fisher Harris. He's probably the toughest, if not one of, in the comp.
He's from same.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
We went to the same school.
Yeah.
Caleb Bacon's Corey Huddlebetter. So yeah, we're all from the same area. But yeah, no, as I was saying before, like league was definitely a much tougher sport always. So, and I actually crave that on a Sunday. Just getting absolutely belted. So it's pretty. I think that's where it's come from.
You talked about your training mindset before. There's a story about you and pre-season.
Yeah, what with Gutho.
Trying to beat Gutho. Yeah, tell me that story.
Nah, just.
So Gutho's like apparently the fittest bloke on
Yeah.
Like, and he just never stops.
Yeah. So he's just, they call him the white Kenyan or something. I can't remember what they used to call him when I first came. The white African, the white Kenyan or something.
The white Kenyan, yeah.
Something like
that.
Just
runs all day.
Yeah, he can just run and run. It's like, take the piss. Like, you can't, have 100 schooners on a Saturday and come in on a Monday and just pump us all. But yeah, no, we're just in Armadale. That was that my first preseason? I think it might have
probably would have been.
Yeah. And obviously was still learning about professionalism and, how to like approach training and stuff. I woke up in the morning, didn't have any, because I struggled to eat in the morning. I didn't have any food, I didn't have any water. And Armadale was like 35 plus. And we're doing all this training, whatnot. And then we got to this is preseason, so we're getting flogged. We get to these 2K time trials, and we had to do 3 of them like in a row. First one, I'm sticking up with Gutho. I'm staying with him. I'm like, oh, yeah, sweet. Second one, I was like, fuck, Gutho's like, it's not looking his best today. I might give him a crack. And we get to the third one, and I just chuck the gas on. Like, there's probably 500 meters left, but there's like hills and stuff.
Yeah.
So I chuck the gas on. I'm like probably 10 meters in front of Gutho, and we go down a hill. But once you get to the bottom, you got to go back up again. Start going down, like feeling like the man. Start to go up, bro. My legs stopped working. Like, so my body kept going forward and my legs just stopped. And I just fell straight on the ground. And I tried to get up and I couldn't walk. And Brad said specifically at the start of that training, unless you're like dead, do not stop moving. Do not stop running. So that's in the back of my mind. Gutho runs past me, absolutely abuses me. Hurry up. Like, I don't know if I'm allowed to swear on this.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, just like, hurry up, like, let's go. And then all the boys just started going past me. So I was coming first. Now I'm like coming last. Reed's abusing me because he's one of my close mates. He's like, get the fuck up, Dylan, mate. Hurry up, cunt. I could not walk. And then we got like, so I was obviously like hobbling down. And we got to the last 100 meters and all the boys just came like with me and just started like running with me. I actually had to get on someone's like arm just to finish. Yeah. And then I didn't faint. The rumor is that I fainted. I was like, come on, please. So I like fell over onto my things once I crossed the line. And then they called the ambulance just to make sure. And I was like, fuck, this could not get any worse. Like I couldn't speak and stuff. Like I was like, fuck. But I was like, I don't need a fucking ambulance. So they ended up taking me to hospital.
Really?
Just for like, just to be safe. Like,
yeah.
And they said, oh, you've just got absolutely no hydration whatsoever. And I was like, fuck, like I didn't drink this whole morning. Yeah. So fucking professionalism thing, but.
That's what they say. Like I've heard about that. People say your legs can actually just physically they just shut down.
It just
it happens to marathon runners or like Iron Men. Like,
yeah.
And you seen that?
He runs like a goose. Like it just starts like freaking out.
Like floating around like
that's
a penguin.
Exactly what I was. But I was like, holy shit! Like, why are they not working? So I didn't choose to stop. When I'm getting to the finish line, I see Brad down in the corner, like just his little snare. Like, fuck, better finish.
That's unreal. But like, I mean, that shows. Yeah, I guess your drive to compete, like their first day pre-season, you want to try and beat the best guy.
I learned pretty quick. He was the king.
He's a king. Talk like you're a pretty like confident kid. Where did that confidence come from that you think you can do that and you take on these challenges?
Far out. I don't even know. I'm more confident with my actions. I'm not that like when it comes to talking and stuff. I'm very shy. Like. At training, even now, I don't know, you probably would have heard throughout the media, the one thing I'm always, that's sort of my weak point is, being vocal and being confident within what I can do. And like, as you're saying, I'm only 20, so having to lead all these big boys around. Like, like you look at Junior Paulo, you look at Nathan Brown, you look at Regan Campbell-Gillard, they've all done probably the most you can do in a game, like in league, sorry. And then I've got to go there and sort of tell them what to do. You know what I mean? It's sort of hard, and I still struggle with it now. But it's something I'm working on. Yeah,
that surprises me because you're just a confident kid, and but it's a different thing, kind of telling people what to do when you're young.
Yeah, especially when it was players of that sort of that level.
Yeah, when you're 20. But I remember when you first come into first grade, there was like all this talk about turning down big money deals, stuff like that. Like what?
That was the worst phase of like my life. Shit.
Like what happened with that?
That was you're talking about that Warriors thing, eh?
Yeah. Like I remember just hearing like like you were just coming through. You're just young. Yeah. Like you might have only played a couple of games. Yeah. And people saying, "Oh, he's been offered massive money," and he's. So there was like a rumor going around that the Warriors had thrown me like that, crazy like a couple mil or whatever. Yeah. And I barely even trained, let alone I hadn't even played a game of NRL. Yeah. And that was like that all happened in one night. So I woke up in the morning and my phone was legit like just smashed with notifications, and it's like, oh, Dylan Brown's going to the Warriors, or Dylan Brown's doing this, because the rumor started because Sean was leaving. Yeah. So Sean was like looking for out, or they didn't want him or something. I can't remember. Yeah. So then obviously the media just tried to source another, like a fill-in, and that was me. So I was just apparently, the dog that's going to go over the Warriors for heaps of money, and like, money, what do you call it? Money hungry. Yeah. Well, that's
when it wasn't true. I was like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm in preseason. I'm trying to focus on, train. And then that's what it was. They're like, oh, what are you doing? Are you leaving? Are you doing this? I was like, no, I'm trying to get my debut for Parrot. Like, I don't know what's going on.
So that creates a perception of you. Like, everyone. And I remember thinking at the time, these kids barely play first grade.
Yeah.
Are they offering him this much money?
Who's this little idiot trying to get 3 mil?
I imagine people would have thought that. Like, you're just you're going, I've got nothing to do with this.
Even my mates, like, because they don't know. Yeah. They're just, it's hard to not believe what you read. Like, you see something, you just roll with it. But I think that's probably one of the things that have made me sort of, like, not care, but like sort of learn that league's a business and things happen like that. But yeah, that was before I even played. Yeah. So by the time I actually got to play, like I'd already learned about, the media and what they can do and how they can change things. But,
how to handle things.
Yeah, sort of. That helped me mature in a way, I think. So.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you've had some fast lessons earlier.
Yeah, it's been weird, but like it's sort of, as I was saying, you feel older, like, and it does help learning it now rather than later.
Yeah, so that's fair enough. Well, I guess then you're with Parramatta now. You've got a couple of years left on your deal and stuff like that. But the question people, I guess, ask of you being a New Zealander, and it's any young Kiwi kid that's playing sport, is the All Blacks question.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, when you get asked a question, for anyone listening, you get asked the question and they throw the answer in about the question. But yeah, anyway, so
I know how it works.
He goes to me. I'm not going to say names or anything. I wasn't too angry about it. Yeah. Like, it's just the same thing. The way people read it, it's up to them how they want to take it. But yeah, he just said, everyone's dream to play All Blacks, which obviously it was mine when I was younger. Like, if the opportunity comes, if they offer you something, would you go? And I was like, oh, well, like, I obviously just said, yeah, if it's the All Blacks. But no, obviously that's actually what I sort of want to do is, make the Kiwis, and we want to win. We don't want to be like second tier to the All Blacks, because that's what it is. When you're in New Zealand, it's all Blacks. There was a time like obviously Stacey Jones and then Sean Johnson again got that hype up and the things he'd done in his like when was it 3-4 years ago? What was that year when he done against England? Oh, yeah, like things like that.
He won the Golden Boot, I think.
Golden Boot. Yeah. Like you got to, especially for us younger boys and Fish and all them, like it's to try and inspire kids to play league. But yeah, that question was just obviously I just answered it in the mood that we were in. But yeah, no, I'm not going nowhere. Okay. League's me. Sydney's good place to live in. So
yeah, okay. That's I did see that and I was like, oh, it's interesting that
yeah. And the other thing, like if I was to go back now, I would struggle to play Mitre 10 Cup, let alone All Blacks. Like I don't know why people are even thinking I'm going to make the All Blacks.
Well, it seems to be this thing. It's like, oh, you can play league.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh, so you could just easily switch.
Nah,
to the
no way. If you've been watching the Bledisloe Cup games and the Tri-Series, the talent is ridiculous, eh?
Yeah, there's no shortage of as you'd know, like freaks in New Zealand.
Bro, I'm telling you, like even now, they struggle to hold their positions now. If you see now, like so many people coming in. I remember there was a phase where it was legit the same backline for 2 years.
Yeah.
Conrad Smith, Manu, Dan Carter, like you couldn't break that combo. But now there's just so many freaks.
Yeah, that's so true. Actually, yeah, you're right.
Australia was the same. Ash Adam Cooper when he was there.
Yeah, but now that you're right. Like New Zealand rolled out, like in the last couple of games, they've rolled out all these.
Bro, so many.
And there's like I forget his name, the 10. He carved up the Wallabies.
Yeah,
carved up the Wallabies.
Like for someone to start over Bowden Barrett, the best player in the world, it's like they just got players everywhere, just falling out of things. So good luck making ABs, mate. Stick to league, buddy. Sweet, sorry, mate.
So you talk about, I guess, then trying to create the Kiwis into this dynasty. Like, I mean, would you like to see then, I guess, we're in the middle of State of Origin, there's a decider tomorrow night. And I guess there are guys that choose Queensland or New South Wales, like guys that have New Zealand heritage, but they also qualify for Origin, and Origin kind of steals people a lot.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of talk that maybe they'll change the rules that you can play for Queensland, New South Wales, and still if you're eligible for New Zealand, you can play for New Zealand. You can play.
So you
for
don't
Tonga.
have to pledge allegiance.
You don't have to pledge allegiance. Like as long as you qualify. Like you wouldn't qualify because you weren't here long enough.
No.
But guys that were born here. But
who knows? Look at Semi.
That's true. Yeah. Well, I mean that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, you know what I mean? Like guys that were born here.
Yeah.
But they've got New Zealand heritage or whatever. Like. That they could play both.
Yeah.
Is that would that something you'd like to see? And then maybe that strengthens the Kiwis and you guys can be up there.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, like I understand why some people do pick Australia because like of course you want to play Origin. Like that's the best. It's the best thing in there, best arena in league. So, like for me, for example, lots of people ask me with because my dad's Samoan. Yeah. And they're like, oh, why don't you play for Samoa? Like, it's not like that. It's not. Which is the same with some of the Australian boys that have Kiwi heritage. You're born and raised in Australia. That's what you're used to. You don't owe it to them, but like it's where you're raised. So, of course, go play for Australia. Go rep, Queensland, New South Wales. But then they just get hammered for saying, oh, but your dad's this. Like there's heaps of boys that want to pick. Like Kalen Ponga. Wasn't there a thing where he picked Australia and they were bagging him out?
Yeah, well, because he could play for New Zealand. Yeah.
But like he was born in. Was he on?
I think born in I think I definitely grew up in Queensland.
Yeah. That's and like it's not his fault. Like he lives there, so that's my thing. Like Gutho actually gets it to me all the time. He's like, and Mitch, they're like, yo, you're sad to Samoa. Like I play for them, but I was born and raised in New Zealand. Yeah. That's all I know. Like the Kiwis is who I want to play for. So.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I can understand that, and but I think it would just strengthen the game so much so you have guys don't have to choose if they want to play for New Zealand and they play for Queensland.
And even just having that like flexibility. Like,
because I imagine people like Kalen probably would. Like, he might.
Well, he plays for the Maldives thing.
So he might play for New Zealand but play for Queensland.
Yeah.
Which
would make things just switch it up. I'll make it so much more entertaining.
That's what I mean. And and they can grow the international game. Like it's growing heaps. Like you watch Samoa Tonga,
Tonga beat Australia.
Yeah, and Tonga beat Australia, yeah. So it's changing heaps. I was speaking of All Blacks, but did you get to play against Sonny Bill this year?
Nah, I didn't. Nah, just stink.
No. Did you so you never you wouldn't have played against him?
So he would have been probably me growing up, he would have been the guy.
I was gonna say
guy of my not my era, his era. But yeah, that's sort of the age I was watching.
Have you met him?
Yeah, a couple of times. Yeah. He's very so professional. Just the way he holds himself as well. It's just like so humble. He's the man. Yeah,
freak of an athlete.
Yeah, crazy. He's so different. Like he's on it. Like he does what he wants to do.
Yeah,
and like to be able to do that, you have to be pretty strong minded, and that's like he shows when you just talk to him.
It's on a different level, eh?
Oh, he's so different to everyone else.
Like above.
Like he's not just an NRL player. He's a boxer, everything. He's done everything.
Like a superstar athlete.
Yeah,
they kind of make their own path. Yeah, okay.
Because he would be probably the most popular like league play,
Yeah, you would think so. Yeah, aren't you glad you didn't have to defend him? Imagine him coming at your edge. Just
It'll be embarrassing. Like sometimes if it's a big guy, I'll just tackle him around the legs. But Sonny Bill is just popping him up,
popping offload.
But yeah, that would have been mean to play against him. But
yeah,
I don't even know what's he doing this year.
Doesn't know yet.
Doesn't know.
No, he's kind of up in the air now because that Toronto thing, the Wolfpack fell through. So he could play in the NRL next year.
I hope so. That'd be fucking unreal.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the game needs him. He's great advertising.
Straight up.
Well, that leads me into we'll finish. We'd like to finish with some just hot take questions. First thing that comes to your mind, and the first question is maybe it isn't Sonny Bill, but most famous person you've ever met.
Oh, Sonny Bill. Yeah, it would be Sonny Bill. Well, that's in league terms, but like I met.
Just if you were thinking overall.
Oh no, that's the same thing. Like Stan Walker. Do you know who Stan Walker is?
Yeah, I know Stan Walker.
Yeah, no, I haven't met anyone like famous. Yeah, no, I haven't actually. I just think
you got to start rolling in the, I don't know, famous circles, mate. You know.
Yeah, I know. Hang out with the cool kids. Meet some more cool kids.
All right, this is the one. Any weird superstitions? We've had some weird ones on this podcast.
Superstition,
like before games, things you got to do, or even things you've seen teammates have got to do, and you're like, "That's weird."
Oh fuck! I don't have a superstition, but I know when it's game, they're fucking shit like 100 times. It's fucked. Like even when I'm not even nervous, bro, I'm just in the toilet non-stop. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Surely the boys. I'm sure everyone does though. But yeah, fuck, it's annoying.
Just nervous.
Like
it's not nervous.
No, but like you know you're playing and just fuck, you just in the toilet the whole day. It's shit. But no, one. It's not. I just have Subway before
every game.
Yeah, and I have like foot long 2 cookies. Always have to have the cookies. Yeah. Subway. I don't know if you like Subway cookies. Fuck, unreal.
What? Why? How did that start?
Oh, I think it was just. I remember in 20s. I was rushing to a game and I hadn't, like when you're in the 20s, you sort of played around 2 o'clock, like 2 or 3. So you have to be there like hour before. I remember one day I just fucking rushed. I was rushing and I didn't cook lunch, so I just got Subway and 2 cookies. And I think I had on the right game, so I just stuck with it from there and just rolled it out.
That's always what it is. It's
always
like
just happens once, like boys do the old undie thing or some shit, like got to wear just because they played one good game. And then they stick with it for their whole career. It's like, come on, mate.
So you got Subway and then you shitting yourself.
Yeah, I just shit myself. Oh, fucking.
So the Subway goes straight through.
Must be. Maybe it's that.
Maybe it's the Subway.
Fucking switch up my diet.
All right. What about you can have beers with 3 people in the world?
In the world, fuck.
Yeah. Who would you be your 3?
Denzel Washington.
Okay. Yeah.
Masego. Do you know who Masego is?
No.
Oh, so that's just he's just singer.
Yeah.
But it's like jazz fusion. Like it's a bit different. You would have heard one of his songs.
Okay.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. He's an interesting guy. Like,
is he? Like,
he does
American?
everything.
Is he?
No, he's Jamaican.
Okay.
And he does everything. Like he plays the sax, piano, like and his music's just I'll let you guys search him up or whatever.
Right. Yeah,
Masego, he's a bit different, but yeah, he's mad. Him and then probably. Fuck, it's hard. There's so many, like, because I love, like, music. Yeah. Chance the Rapper.
Okay, yeah.
He'll be sick. I reckon he's cool. He's so different to the other rappers out there. He's just a man.
Yeah, okay. So you like, is that you got a bit of an alternate taste in music, do you reckon? Or you?
Oh, yeah, a bit different. Like, yeah, I've got one playlist. Oh, yeah, question for you, actually.
Yeah.
So do you have Spotify? Or,
yeah, I've got Spotify, yeah.
Like, for your music, do you have one playlist or do you have, like, I don't know, gym, chill? Like, do you have different ones?
Oh, I would say I'm more like I'll jump on. I'll just tag other people's. I'll type in a thing like I'll be like gym.
Yeah,
jump on that. Yeah, and I'll be like whatever I'm kind of feeling on the day.
Yeah,
I would say I have a very like random taste of music.
Yeah,
I don't really. There's nothing like.
It's nothing specific.
Nothing specific.
Yeah,
no, I'm very
broad. Just whatever comes.
Yeah,
just except for like punk rock.
Yeah, look at some songs. I'll be like, they're all right, but like yeah. I don't know. Like, I've got about I can't think about song. You know what I mean? Like I can never think of a song I actually want to listen to. But then if you whack something on and
if someone asks you, hey, put something on, you're like, fuck, blank.
Yeah. But then something starts rolling through a playlist and you're like, oh yeah.
Fuck, this is how good is this? Yeah.
That's me. But like, what you've got very
Nah, because I actually got someone goes, oh, why isn't your thing split up? Like I've just got a playlist of like 1,000 songs.
yeah, okay.
Just chuck shuffle on, like, even before a game. Just chuck shuffle on, listen calm, upbeat, whatever.
Okay, so now, yeah, see, I would be different. I would, because I would pick a specific genre of what I'm listening to. So you can go from
like what I was saying about Masego. He's like all jazz, and then like Chris Brown, whatever.
Okay,
yeah, Ed Sheeran. I love Ed Sheeran. He's the man.
Yeah, no, he's good. I saw him. Did you see him? A couple
Nah,
years ago he came out?
I didn't see him. Yeah,
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I haven't seen him. I just got made out a free ticket, but he was.
fuck, it would have been good.
He was unreal. Yeah, does the whole show by himself. Like no one else
Doesn't
on
need
stage.
nothing, eh?
Nah, so have you heard like that looping thing where he loop
Yeah.
music and that? Look,
Oh, so like didn't even have a band or anything?
no. So he'll start a tap on his guitar.
Yeah.
And then like
Yeah.
the looper records it and then just
Yeah.
keeps playing it, and so he'll start playing a different tune on the guitar, and
And he
then,
done that the whole night.
and then it just starts playing, and then he just so he does it all by himself.
Fuck, that's sick, eh?
And a new guy brings out a new guitar every song that's tuned a different
really?
way. Yeah. So after every song, a guy will walk out with a new guitar and he'll change guitars because they're tuned differently. Yeah, I know. It was crazy. Does the whole thing by himself. 80,000 people. Yeah, that's talent. That leads me to the next one. Any hidden talents?
Hidden
Hidden talent.
nah.
You got a party trick or anything? Anything?
Oh, what can I do? Nah, nothing. Fuck.
You don't have any musical talent?
Nah, like I've like dipped my toe in a few things, but nah, shit, like guitar, I can play like 4 chords, just like any other person from New Zealand can. They get the guitar out of the garage, those ones.
Mate, I went to school with a lot of Māori boys, and there's always a guitar.
Yeah, always.
A guitar.
They're fucking so good though with music.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't. Fuck, I'm embarrassed now. I don't have any talents.
All right. What about bad habits then?
Bad habits. I think everyone's bad habits is just on their phone now.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I hate my phone. I hate Instagram. How there's TikTok.
Yeah.
And you just swipe and it just flows. You know how there's reels on Instagram now?
Yeah.
Oh, it's annoying. You just get on there. Oh, fuck it. What's next? See a glamour. Oh, what's next?
Yeah. Do you look at your screen? Have you got the screen time set?
Right. Yeah. Sometimes it goes like you're up 38% from last week. I'm like, fuck, there must have been a busy on my phone that way.
Yeah. No, I'm the same, man. I've got a bad habit. Like, you probably don't have Twitter, but
I've got it, but I'm not invested in it. Nah, no way.
yeah, like I just find myself scrolling Twitter. Like I'll just
Be
refresh
non-stop.
it. Yeah, because it's just like
News as well.
news. It's just like things that are happening and stuff, and you just get like
And that's obviously relevant to like your job and
yeah,
stuff.
and you just I'm kind of at the moment just kind of a bit obsessed with US politics.
Oh, yeah.
With everything that's going on.
Did you see the sky the other day?
The what?
Trump
Trump
2020?
20. Yeah.
Fuck.
So I'm kind of obsessed with just everything that's going on. So I'm like that. I'm just
Yeah.
watching Twitter the whole time. But
Yeah.
all right. What about player you hate playing against the most? Is there
Hate playing against?
Yeah. There's a guy you come up against. You go, I don't want to have to.
Just the whole freaking Storm team, man. They're fucked.
They've got it.
Seriously,
They got a bit
that's
of a
why
record
they're
against you guys.
Right, that's why they're winning. They just they know how to get in your head, and I'm not going to say what they say, but they fucking know how. Like Kafusi, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
Like being a halfback, obviously, defending. No, not so much defending. It's like them defending me. Yeah. He's so good at what he does. Kafusi just makes my job hell. Like if I was to pick a second rower, like that, I don't want to come up against, probably be him.
Yeah. Well, he jams you.
Bro, just jams you and just knows where to tackle you.
Yeah. Works you on the ground.
Put you in places you don't want to fucking be in. and like just looking at him as well, it's not the fucking easiest thing to lay eyes on. He's freaking scary. So.
Yeah, he's scary. Yeah. No, that's okay. The Storm, man. They're just, I don't know. They're just different.
Yeah. Nelson Solomon.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck me.
He's the biggest human being I've ever seen in my life.
I know.
It's
It's crazy.
I don't envy you try and tackle him.
Yeah.
What about if you have one of your Eels teammates, you got a box for one round, and you guaranteed like who's the guy you could beat?
I think everyone knows who I'm going to pick. Obviously, Reed, fucking little midget. Fucking oath. And I've seen him box. Nah, he's got nothing.
Yeah,
he's got nothing. But he's obviously got the mongrel in him. He'll like. I wouldn't say I'd pump him like me as well. I can't fight, but fucking probably be the most fun.
You're a lover, not a fighter, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm nice.
Nice. Okay, so that's your guaranteed victory. All right.
Yeah, probably. And then guaranteed loss would be against fucking, Ray Stone.
Yeah. Can he throw him, can he? Yeah, all right.
Well, he acts like he can. He grew up down south. Like, I don't know if I think it was Camden. And yeah, he's got plenty of stories about the boys meeting up and
it's just the rough,
just getting into just having a crack, whether you're skinny or big or just having a go down there. Apparently, that's what they're always doing. So,
oh mate, no thanks, no thanks.
No, not him.
All right, bro. Just to finish off, and I appreciate you coming out to the northern beaches to chat to me. But to finish off, man, you obviously started playing first grade really young, and you've seem to have carved out a good career for yourself so far. What's your advice to future generations of footballers?
Take every opportunity you can with both hands, obviously. Just fucking train hard. Like, legit, just train hard. Just stay in line, train hard. Listen to your coaches because fucking they're the ones that's picking you. So at the end of the day, it's whatever you got to do to get to the top, you just got to do it. And if it means moving in countries or fucking being in awkward positions, you just got to do it and just learn on the way.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But don't pick the fittest guy on the first day of training.
Do not challenge Gutho to a running race because you'll be in hospital.
I didn't actually, just off the top of my head, I just haven't even really got your thoughts, but like the Eels, man, like moving forward, obviously.
Yeah.
This year didn't finish the way you want, but a promising year, like a lot of development. What do you see moving forward the next couple of years?
Well, fucking a lot. We've got nothing to lose. Like, I know we've got some good signings as well this year. There's going to be a bit more competition, a few older, like people like Oldfield, he'll be coming and he'll be, showing some experience and, hopefully boosting up training a bit. So, yeah, we lost heaps of names, which is rubbish, but like things like George Jennings, like good on him, like I reckon he's going to be unreal in Melbourne. So, but yeah, our new signings, hopefully they can take us to a new level. Just keep going because, sky's the limit. Just got to keep going.
Yeah. Break that drought.
Yeah. I know. Fucking hear about it every time I go to the shopping mall. There's some 80-year-old guy blasting me about fucking giving him the trophy. I'm like, come on, mate.
Bro, I was born in 2000. Like, leave me alone, man. I've got no idea what you're talking about.
I don't even know what you're talking about. When did we win again?
Perfect, bro. Thanks for joining us on the podcast. It was a great chat.
Thanks, brother. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for listening, guys. We've got plenty more episodes coming your way very soon. Don't forget to follow the Refuse to Lose podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We look forward to talking to you again soon.